this game, uh, and then just we'll take it from there. It's only going to be a couple minutes. Welcome everybody into the Dragon's Lair here on the campus of Howard Community College. Matt Trudell here with you today. I'm going to be joined shortly by Joey Trapezzano, and we are here to host the first women's basketball game in this building this year. It will be the Howard Community College Dragons taking on the 0-3 Anne Arundel Community College Riverhawks. The Dragons come into this game 0-1 on the season. So I'm going to welcome Joey in. Joey, this Dragons team had a good record last year, 16-10. They were 8-2 in the conference. They only lost one game in this building. That being said, two of their leading scorers are gone. Corey People moved on to greener pastures. Same thing with Madison Carey. But there is a strong sophomore core with this team this year. And why don't you let everybody know who's come back to play their sophomore year here?
Yeah, so just a couple of them that are returning this year. We got Kalani Cochran, we got Sarah Deese, we have India Young, Kendall Moore, and Lindsay Thwoop.
Yeah, and Kalani Corcoran had a lot of starting minutes last year. Very good on defense. Looking to have her score some more points, become more of a point getter this season. But she brings the intangibles. India Young played excellent off the bench last year, and when this team was dealing with injuries, she came in and put up some really good minutes. She can score the basketball pretty good. Very excited. I think this team, has the possibility to equal or do better than they did last year. They're 0-1, lost a close game, 79-72 against Potomac State of West Virginia University. And they're taking on, this Anne Arundel team 0-3. So they have a few more games under their belt, which will make them dangerous, but a much shorter roster for this Riverhawks team. Coach Barnes will have an opportunity to keep the legs fresh, especially if they get a lead early. Did you see the first women's game? Were you here for it?
I unfortunately did not, but just kind of looking at a couple of their their 3 games that they've played so far this year, they've had a couple close games, 2-point games, just haven't been able to really finish it at the end there, and hopefully Howard can keep it from getting to a close game today.
Yeah, and this so very little stats to go by off of the Dragons, but off of three games for this Riverhawks team. Leading scorer number 22, Serena Boone. She averages 13 points a game, and Brandy Middleton, number 11, averages 12. Isabella Papalianti, 9 points per game. Leela Townsend, 8 points per game. So that's 4 people either double digits or right there at it. It will be a nice little challenge for the first home game for the Dragons, but I think they're up to the task. Let's get into some starters. Why don't you do the visiting Riverhawks women's basketball team?
Absolutely. So starting off, we will have number 10, Leilani Townsend, number 11, Brandy Middleton, number 12, Isabella Papalanti, number 22, Serena Boone, and number 24, Jada Turner.
And for your Dragons, first off, the Riverhawks are coached by Lionel Mackle, assisted by Kenneth Blake and Jessica Mathis. And for your home Dragons team, they are coached by head coach Aaron Barnes. She's assisted by Connor Rice, Lamont Vaughn, and Chantrell Oliver. The starters will be number 1, Kaya Smith, a freshman guard from Pilati. Number 10, a sophomore guard, a returning player from Century, Sarah Deese. A freshman forward, number 12, Julia Harrington. She is a transfer from Baltimore City College. A sophomore guard, number 15, Kalani Corcoran, who was on this team last year from Wild Lake High School. And moving into the starting lineup, number 32, India Young, a sophomore forward from Charles H. Flowers in Springfield, Maryland. We are going to step away here in the Dragon's Lair. There's about 9.5 minutes left until we get underway. We'll be back just before tip-off. All right, we are back here in Columbia. The lineups are announced. We've done the national anthem. The Riverhawks have taken the court. Dragons still doing a last-second talk-up. What do you expect from this Dragons team early on?
I'm hoping they come out firing here. Let's get the pace moving, get some quick baskets early, and then look to play some defense.
Yeah, I think with it wouldn't surprise me if they press them early on. With the amount of numbers that they have on their bench compared to the Riverhawks, you can smell a little bit of blood in the water. It would not surprise me. Julia Harrington is going to go toe-to-toe with, I believe, number 24, Jada Turner. I'm guessing they're conceding this tip-off because there's a legit height difference. And the tip-off is won by the Dragons. Sarah Deese comes down with it, and the Dragons will have their first possession. Kaya Smith, going to have it at the point, steps in, gets over to Corcoran. Corcoran looking inside, throws it down low. Excellent pass.
Great look there.
A 2-point basket by number 12, Julia Harrington, gets the scoring off 2-0. 9:40 left in the first half. Now the Riverhawks with a turnover. Number 12, Isabella Papalianti, throws it off her teammate Serena Boone.
It looks like the Dragons are going to sit back in the zone here to start, along with Anne Arundel. Both teams going zone early here.
Kaya Smith gets it to Corcoran. Corcoran's going to work her way to the point, gets it tipped, but Sarah Deese comes up with it, but then a steal by number 10, Townsend. And now Papalianti is heading the other way, gets it into the center. Now kicked back out. And a travel is going to be called on Isabella Papalianti. Good defensive position by the Dragons there.
And forced 2 quick turnovers from the Dragons defense here early.
They were a very good defensive team last year. Coach Barnes, Kaya Smith, 3 from the top, misses it and is rebounded by number 11, Brandy Middleton. She brings back, passes over to Papalianti. Now Boone. Jada Townsend looking for some help. She's going to drive on Deese, kicks it out.
Almost a travel there.
Boone loses control of it. Townsend gets it. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Townsend over to Middleton. Middleton's going to drive. Kicks out to Boone for a wide open baseline 3. She hits that. And the Riverhawks have a 1-point lead, and they are now on the board. 3-2 here. 8:29 left in the first quarter.
Offensive rebound there for the Dragons.
Deese over to Corcoran. Corcoran at the point over to Deese. Deese thought about it for a second, throws it back all the way over to Corcoran. A little tough to get, but Corcoran's going to shoot a 3 with a hand in her face. Misses it short. Rebounded by Serena Boone. Bit of a forced shot there, I would say. She didn't catch it clean enough to really get a clean shot off. Middleton on the other end shoots a 3, misses it, and it's rebounded by Kaya Smith. Now Corcoran, Deese, all the way over to Smith. Smith dribbles, gets it inside, a little too strong, and then they are going to call a foul on number 12, Julia Harrington. And we have the first foul of the game.
Dragons need to go back to that first possession, move the ball around, and work it down low. That's where they found success early. Why not go back again?
Harrington definitely has a height advantage. Also, it's Serena Boone, their best player, is going to be guarding her a lot of the time. So Middleton gets it over to number 10. That's Townsend. Townsend's going to drive to her left, picks it up, gets it back out to Boone. Now Middleton. And it gets tipped, but it ends up turnaround jumper made right in front of the basket. Leela Townsend.
Can't leave that middle open like that. That's going to be a basket every time.
Yep, Dragons down 3 here early on. After a quick start, gone a little cold. Harrington gets it almost smacked away, but she's able to get it to Corcoran. Now Smith for 3. She hits that, ties it up. 5-all. Townsend brings it up. Over to Middleton. Middleton right in front of the Dragons bench. Now back to Townsend. Townsend thinks about a 3, drives, tries. Gets it over to her teammate Turner. Turner inside to Boone. Boone, and they're going to call a jump ball. Excellent defense by Kalani Corcoran. And the jump.
Immediate double team as soon as Boone touched the ball down low there.
It will be Riverhawks ball. Corcoran comes out of the game. First substitution for the Dragons is going to be number 4, Nyla Thomas. Middleton now with the ball. 5, 4, 3, 2. Over. Paglianti needs to shoot it. She airballs it. Turner's on the other end to get it, but it is a shot clock violation, so another turnover forced by the Dragons. And it's starting to pack up here in Columbia. This is the first half of a doubleheader tonight. Both teams facing the Riverhawks. Smith now backs it out. Coach Barnes calling out a play for her team. Good motion. Over to Smith. She can't handle the pass. She might have had an open 3. Now over to Deese. Extra pass to Thomas. Thomas for 3. Misses it, but Harrington gets the rebound, puts it up. She misses it, but she will go to the line for 2 free throws.
Harrington with 7 rebounds last game, so hopefully she's looking to do the same here and clean up the boards for the Dragons this game.
Did she shoot any free throws?
She was 2 for 5 last game from the line.
1 for 1 so far. Takes the lead back to the Dragons. Misses the second one short, but she's going to get her own rebound after a tip. And then she gets it knocked away, but Sarah Deese is able to clean it up, and then Middleton gets a hand in the passing lane, and Riverhawks heading the other way. Turner. Now Middleton. Middleton's going to drive along the baseline, but she kicks it back out. Now Boone. Boone being guarded by India Young. She's going to go to her left. Throws it up in the lane, misses it. Sarah Deese comes down with the steal. And now Thomas with the ball.
Oh, don't want to pick up your dribble there.
Able to save it. Sarah Deese, first 3 shot of the game for her, misses it, but Harrington gets the rebound. Extra pass now. Thomas drives, and they're going to call a foul. Foul is going to be on number 11. That is Brandy Middleton.
That's Harrington's 3rd rebound here on the game, so she's getting involved very early for the Dragons here.
Deese is going to come out for Rochelle Bynum. Smith looking to inbound it, gets Bynum open. She's going to settle it down, though. Gets over to Nyla Thomas. Picks up her dribble. Now Smith. And they're going to call a offensive 3 seconds violation. So it will be the Riverhawks ball and a turnover for the Dragons. Early on, Dragons 3 turnovers, which have only led to 2 points off turnovers, but you can't give them those opportunities. Paglianti for 3, misses it. Rebounded by Boone, but she loses control of it. And now Nyla Thomas heading the other way. Oh, excellent pass. What a pass.
Great look ahead there.
Rochelle Bynum with an easy 2-pointer. Perfect pass over the defender's outstretched hands. And now Middleton inside to Boone. Boone's getting swarmed by the Dragons defense. Townsend gets it now wide open for Townsend. And she shoots the 3 and makes it. Ties the game up 8 apiece. 4:30 left in the first quarter.
Looks like we got a little blood here. A little timeout for some blood.
Yep, there's number 32, Brianna Hopkins, is going to come in the game for the Riverhawks. And while Boone gets attended to, hopefully Dragons can take advantage of this.
Both teams are firing from downtown here early, with the Riverhawks 2 of 5 and the Dragons 1 of 6 here early.
This team last year was definitely not afraid to shoot 3s. Bynum over to Smith. Smith left open baseline. 3. Misses it, and a foul is called. It's going to be on Harrington.
And I believe that is her 2nd of the game here.
I agree, and I believe she's going to come out for a break, and in for hers, number 21, Micaiah Mallett.
Harrington bringing great energy to start this game. 3 rebounds, 3 points early.
Middleton now bringing it up, playing the point. Gets it over to Townsend. Stolen away on the pass. Bynum now with it. Gets it across the line, gets it to Smith. Smith's going to take it on over
Great
inside
look
by Mallett. And she makes the 2-point opportunity. Will have a chance to shoot a free throw to make it a 3-point play. And we're going to have a substitution as well.
Mallet, who was 6 from 10 from the line last week, so she's getting there. She hopefully can make a few more this game.
India Young is going to come out for number 23, Sydney Harmon.
As a team in Game 1, the Dragons were not as great as they wanted to be from the line, shooting only 56%.
A missed free throw. Harmon is able to get it, but she dribbles it out of bounds. Boone will come back in. She's going to come in for her teammate, number 10, Leela Townsend. So Boone's back in, got the blood attended to on her leg. And now bringing the ball up the court, number 30, Sydney Dorsey. For three, Jada Turner misses it, goes out of bounds. It'll be Dragons ball. But one thing to be cautious of is 3 of these Riverhawks players went to the same high school, played high school basketball together, so they know how to play.
A little chemistry already there for the Riverhawks.
Bynum now with the ball from Smith. It gets smacked away, stolen. Boone comes down with it. She's going to bring it up the court herself. Gets it over to Turner. Now Boone back with it. Dorsey. Jada Turner. She's going to shoot the 3. They left her alone. Misses it. Rebounded by Kaya Smith. Kaya Smith got some contact. Now there's numbers heading the other way. And she's going to back it out. Gets it over to Thomas. Now Smith. If that pass would have been perfect, it would have been a wide open 3. Now Smith, extra pass to Thomas, who will now have a wide open 3. Misses everything but the net, and it will go out of bounds. Riverhawks ball. Dragons with a 2-point lead. Under 3 minutes left in the first quarter.
1 of 8 from the 3-point line now.
Yeah, sometimes last season they would get into 3 crazy, and Coach Barnes is going to try and coach them up. A turnover here, a throwaway. Bynum gets the ball, gets it back to Smith. Smith is going to calm it down. But, yeah, get some points in the paint. You have a little bit of length down there.
They have a lead as well. A lot of their points are coming from the paint and from the foul line.
Yeah. Bynum for 3. Misses that. Mallet gets the rebound. It gets knocked out of her hands, and Jada Turner comes down with the ball. And she's going to bring it up the court herself. Boone's trying to run, but it well covered. Papaliante bounces it over to Dorsey. Dorsey's going to fire a 3 off the backboard, missed. Mallet comes down with the rebound. And now Smith calling out a play as she runs up. She's going to slow it down, gets it over to Mallet. Extra pass to Thomas. Now Bynum. Nice pass inside to Harmon. Back out. Ooh, missed. Turnover.
Great look down low. Just couldn't handle the pass there.
Yeah. I think Coach Barnes wanted them to continue to stay in the paint down there. Nakia Smith comes out for Sarah Deese, so Sarah Deese will come back in. A little bit of a cold streak by both of these teams. And now Sydney Dorsey picks up her dribble, almost travels, throws it down low to Boone. It goes off of her hands and out of bounds.
Another turnover forced by the Dragons there. Something they've been active with to start this game.
Mallet gets it into Nyla Thomas. Thomas brings it up. Still a 2-3 zone for the Riverhawks. Inside to Mallet, out to Deese. Deese open for 3, and she hits it. 13-8, biggest score by either team. Biggest lead by either team right now. And Sydney Dorsey back with the ball. Gets it over to 21, Bianca Guerin, who just came into this game. Townsend lays it off to Dorsey. Dorsey, and they're going to call a foul on Nyla Thomas. So Riverhawks will have the ball. Inbounding is Townsend. She gets it into Dorsey. Dorsey throws a pass over to Guerin. Guerin back to Townsend. Good hands in the passing lane. Stolen away by Bynum. Now Bynum and Thomas down all by themselves. Bynum's going to take it the whole way. She misses it. Battle for the rebound, and they're going to call a foul. foul is going to be on number 2. That's Rochelle Bynum. And a 30-second timeout called by the Riverhawks coach. We are going to step aside. 13-8. Dragons up. 52.3 left in the first quarter. We are back here in Columbia. Little stats. Both teams have 7 turnovers, but the Dragons have 7 points off turnover to the Riverhawks 2. That's a 5-point difference. It's the difference in the score of this game right now. Dragons a little bit better at assisting the ball and a little bit better at rebounding, but both are, trying to get a little bit more into the thick of things. It's an early season game, so the Dragons are running press coming out of this timeout.
There we go. That's what you thought they'd do early on.
Boone, now they swarm her, trap her in the corner, gets it tipped away, but Townsend comes down with it, has to fire off a shot, misses it, and it's rebounded by Nyla Thomas. She's swarmed, but she gets around 2 defenders, and she's going to slow it down. Oh, and stolen away by Townsend. Townsend's going to head down all by herself. Misses that, rebounded by Mallet. 24 seconds left. Shot clock is off. Dragons can have the last shot if they want it. And I believe that's what Coach Barnes wants them to do. Deese all the way over to Thomas. 11 seconds into Harmon. Across to Deese. Deese will shoot the open 3. Short. Rebounded by Mallet. Can she get it up in time? She does. Misses it. Gets the other one up. Misses that one. That was definitely going to count. So at the end of the first quarter, it's 13-8. Dragons up 5. We will be back at the start of the second quarter. All right, we are back here in Columbia. Matt Trudell, Joey Trapezzano. Second quarter is about to start. Kalani, the Dragons are going to come out onto the court with their original starting lineup of the first quarter. So Corcoran is going to inbound the ball to Smith. And we'll be back underway. Final 10 minutes of this first half starts right now. You want to go over some stats for the first quarter, Joey?
Absolutely. So the Dragons playing some great defense without fouling here. The Riverhawks yet to attempt a free throw, with the Howard Dragons attempting 3. They've also out-rebounded the Riverhawks 15-7 to start this game. So cleaning up the boards, not letting the Riverhawks get any second chance points has been very key to this 5-point lead here after 1.
Dragons tried to work it down low, and India Young got blocked by Boone, so that's why the Riverhawks have it now. Middleton with the ball into Jada Turner. She misses everything. Belianti does an excellent job to keep her footing and throw it off a Dragon defender, so it will remain Riverhawks ball. 20 seconds are going to be on the shot clock, and Townsend's going to inbound it. Not much deviation from either team when it comes to defense. You had the Dragons do that little bit of a press in the final couple minutes of the first quarter. Almost stolen away. Townsend steps in. Baseline jumper, misses it. And the rebound goes to Harrington off the tip from Young. And now Kaya Smith. Young, Deese, Corcoran for three. Misses that. Rebounded by number 24, Jada Turner. Turner's going to slow it down, try and get a pick from her teammate. Now Boone for three. Misses that, and it's rebounded by Corcoran.
Once again, not allowing any second chance points here for the Riverhawks, just one and done.
Yeah, they did not have numbers down there. The Dragons had a lot of numbers. Smith now to Deese. Deese bounces over to Smith. Smith throws it over to Corcoran. Corcoran. Now 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Smith. And they're going to call a foul. That is going to be on number 10, Townsend. That's really rougher than they had the Dragons under 5 seconds left on the shot clock, but it resets it to 20. Sydney Dorsey's going to come into the game for Townsend. Townsend, I'm guessing, is in a bit of foul trouble.
That would be her second foul, yep. That's why the sub's coming in.
And now Corcoran gets it inside to Harrington. Now Smith. Smith's going to fire up a three. Misses that. And nice. Oh, India Young's going to be called for the foul. Bit sloppy.
Not a lot of fouls here so far in the first quarter and a couple minutes here. Only 9 total between the two teams.
Yep, and Young picks up her first, I believe that is. Now Boone over to Jada Turner. Turner for three, misses it. Rebounded by Paglianti, and she makes the 2-point basket. So it is 13-10. Dragons protecting a 3-point lead. Just over 2 minutes gone in this second quarter. Smith now to Deese. Inside to Young. Young even further inside to Harrington. Harrington almost throws it away. Smith saves it, but she throws it. Deese comes down with it somehow. And now Smith will reset at the top. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Deese. Deese has a wide open three. Misses it, and it will go out of bounds. Riverhawks ball, and they will have a chance to cut it to a 1-point lead or take the tie the game up on this possession. Still shooting threes. Trying to get it down. The Riverhawks are doing pretty decent in the paint defensively. Got to find a way to make that work.
2 of 14 here on the game so far.
Nyla Thomas will come back into this game. Paglianti with the ball over to Middleton. To Turner. Turner, nice move. Gets herself an open shot along the baseline. Misses it. Sydney Dorsey gets the rebound. Kicks it out to Middleton. Now Boone. Boone, nice move. Misses everything, and India Young's going to come down with the rebound, and now Kaya Smith with the ball. Dragons want their first points of this second quarter. They're working hard for it right now.
The zone has really slowed them down here in the second quarter. They haven't found anything that's been successful here, just working the ball around a little bit.
That's it right there. That's exactly how you beat the 2-3 zone, but you got to make those shots.
Can't be upset with a foul line, wide open foul line jumper right there.
That's going to bring the defenders along the baseline in and open up those baseline runs for the Dragons.
Get all those backdoor cutters that way.
And I think that's what Coach Barnes is looking at. There's some size that's going to be coming in. It will remain Riverhawks ball, 13 seconds on the shot clock. Oh, nope, it's going to be Dragons ball.
I thought that hit off her hand.
I thought that was the case as well, but, you know. All right,
she gave it a little shake. She gave it away.
Corcoran, Harrington, and India Young coming in. Coach Barnes is switching up the paint players right now, not liking what she was seeing. Or maybe just getting, you know, a fresh approach to it. 6:15 left in the first half. Nyla Thomas over to Deese. Now Mallet. Mallet looking for Harmon. Gets it down low to Harmon. Out to Smith for three. Misses that. Mallet tries to come down with it, and it goes off of her hands, and it will be Riverhawks ball.
Even though that was a missed shot here, it's great. Work the ball in, back out, back in, just to keep the defense moving. Don't know what you're going to do next. Still able to work a wide open shot out of it. Just unfortunate, didn't go down.
Yep, Middleton now, Brandy Middleton, the sophomore, gets it to Papalianti. Now baseline for Guerin, but Guerin, good pass to Boone. Boone makes a move but misses it, almost stolen away. And now Nyla Thomas heading the other way for the Dragons. Nice defense by Turner. Mallett's able to steal it away from her though, and then she gets it knocked away off the miss. And Middleton with the ball. Coming into the game for the Riverhawks will be Brianna Hopkins. Missed in the lane is number 21, Bianca Guerin. And now Kaya Smith heading the other way. Inside to Harmon. Harmon gets fouled on the turnaround. That is what you have to do. She has a good, at least, foot difference on Guerin down there. And she will go to the line for 2 free throws.
Absolutely. Take advantage of that height difference. That's an easy layup. Get them in foul trouble as well. It's almost like she didn't even expect the pass to come.
Hopkins comes in from Middleton. Harmon will get 2 shots.
0 for 2 last game. Let's see if she can make this first one here.
Just a little off. Misses the second one. Mallett got the rebound, but I believe she fouled. Oh, no.
Violation.
A lane violation. Coach West from the men's team, always being able to be heard. All right, makes that one, makes her first free throw of the season. 4-point lead, just over 5 minutes left in this first half. First point of this second quarter for the Dragons.
Now 2 for 5 from the free throw line for the game, the Dragons are.
Boone now with the ball for the Riverhawks. Papalianti, Guerin for 3. Misses it, rebounded by Mallett. She needs to protect it. Now Smith. Nice pass back to Mallett. Kaya Smith with the excellent dish.
Great control right there. Take your time, find an open player for an easy layup in transition.
Knew she didn't have the numbers, but got the trailer. Papalianti was able to save that play. Now Boone. Jada Turner.
Starting to hear some noise from the Dragons bench down here.
Yes. Turner over to Guerin. Guerin baseline. Turnaround jumper gets blocked by Harmon. Mallett needs some assistance, and Smith. All right, Smith to Nyla Thomas. Back over to Smith. Gets a pick from her teammate, splits the defense to the center, throws up the floater in the lane, misses it, but battle for the ball. No jump ball call. Jada Turner comes down with it. And now Papalianti gets over to Boone. Boone's going to shoot a 3 right away, misses it, and it's rebounded by Smith of the Dragons. Calms it down. 16-10 is the score here, first half. Dragons' first home game of the season where they only lost 1 game here last year. Smith takes it. Nice take. Layup off the backboard.
Passes up a 3-pointer, drives it in, an easy layup.
Nice little, stutter step around. Now 3 players are going to come in for the Dragons. This is the benefit of the depth of their team.
Absolutely, and you see them start to move off the 3-point line a little bit, getting some easy buckets inside. Now they've got a 8-point lead growing here.
Boone gets it inside to Hopkins. She gets blocked by Mallett, and then they're going to call it travel. And this Dragons defense is smothering them. Only 2 points they've given up in this second quarter.
And Micaiah Mallett has come in and really been a problem for this Riverhawks team. Has seven rebounds, 4 points, and just getting in the way out there.
And
playing great defense.
Earned a nice rest. Her, Harmon, and Deese come out. Bynum, India Young, and Kendall Moore come in. More first minutes of the game. India Young turnaround jumper, misses that a little too strong, but that's the right idea.
Foul line jumper, can't be upset with it.
They can make those. It's really going to open up the offense. Middleton now for 3 on the other end. Misses it, rebounded by Thomas. Thomas taking on 2 defenders, a little sloppy with the ball. Middleton gets the steal.
Probably should have pulled that one back out and set up an offense there. See what we can do on defense.
Guerin splits the defenders out to Townsend. Townsend does not have a time. Bynum is all over her.
Great defense.
Now she loses it. They're going to call a foul.
Ooh. Thought that was great defense by Bynum. We'll see if they call a foul on her.
It's going to be on Bynum. A 30-second timeout here called by Coach Barnes. We will step away. 2:06 left in the first half. 18-10 is the score. Dragons up. All right, we are back here in Columbia. Matt Trudell, Joey Trapezzano, and Riverhawks will have the ball. Townsend along her baseline looking to inbound it, gets it out to Middleton. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Guerin now. Papalianti, Middleton, and that's a charge. That's got to be a charge.
Oh, block. Wow.
Oh, my gosh.
I thought Townsend was out of control there.
A karate tournament broke out.
Or excuse me, not Townsend, Middleton. I thought Middleton was a little out of control there, just kind of jumping into the middle of the zone there.
So was that on Bynum? Yeah, Bynum picked up the foul. Deese comes in.
And that would be her 3rd.
I don't think that was perfect defense, but I don't think drop kicks are legal in basketball. Paglianti. Now Middleton. Smothering defense, under 10 seconds on the shot clock. Townsend has to get going. Paglianti has to fire it up and makes it off the backboard.
A running jumper from the wing.
Yeah. Hey, sometimes when you can't think, you just make the right decision. And that's the first point in a while by the Riverhawks. Now they get a steal on the other end, and India Young does a great defensive play. Knocks it out of bounds, is not able to get the steal, but is able to slow the transition offense down.
Gives time for that defense to get back and set up now with an out-of-bounds play.
Townsend gets it out to Middleton. And India Young with the steal this time, and they're going to call a foul on Townsend.
I believe that might be her 3rd as well for this in this half.
That is. So that is tough. Bynum and Turner, each team has players in foul trouble. The only difference is the Dragons have a bench player in foul trouble and the Riverhawks have a starter. So we'll see how that plays moving forward. She's probably out the rest of this half, which is 1 minute and 9 seconds. Nyla Thomas pump fakes. Now gets it into Young. She is fouled by Middleton.
Starting to see some fouls pile up for the Riverhawks here.
Now, right now, as the first foul under 2 minutes, get it into the paint, get some easy shots or free throws. It's got to be.
And that is another starter for the Riverhawks now with 3 fouls as Middleton will head to the bench.
Smith thought about the 3, decided against it. Now Deese inside to Moore, out to Young. Young, wild shot off the backboard, miss. Boone with it, under 1 minute left, 51 seconds, 18-12 is the score. Dragons up 6. Their largest lead has been 8 so far. Paglianti over to Guerin.